Hello folks, Zehotep here, back in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen Early Access. I'm returning after a few days out. Last time I was playing, I died just before I had to log out. So we're going to go on our first corpse run. Just give me one moment, I'm going to mute while I'm running. I've got to take care of something. All right. Let's take a look at who's on, if anyone. Not a lot of people on. Which is kind of my preferred state of things. Honestly, I prefer low population a lot of the time. Okay, we're getting chased by a hostile NPC. I don't want to deal with it right now. We're gonna just keep going. Solve the cost. I can't just can't get rid of it. Had it for a few weeks now. Not COVID or anything, but it started out as a kind of nasty chest cold, and it is still here. Not bad, but just it settled into my chest, and I'm still dealing with the cough. Otherwise, I feel pretty much fine. Here are the deer. Cats are being obnoxious. Let me see if I can distract him by giving him some food. And they went running, so hopefully. Have auto feeder for them. Getting that weird stuttery thing again. I don't know what's up with it. My frame rate feels fine otherwise, but it's just weird. It's almost like a pulsing. What's my foraging at? Don't know what it's at. That's kind of shitty. Don't know where it's located. Hello, guards. Okay, so this is the area I was in when I died. This is a dangerous area, so I need to kind of pay attention. There were bats that were higher level than me and hostile. Far away. That sucks. Come on. That's no good. Okay, so I gotta go back and get 2 corpses now. Lovely. This is harkening back to EverQuest. Gotta be a stone there that I should really be looking at. But I don't know that I want to bind there. I think it might be the shadows that are doing it. Yeah. That way down. Yeah, that does seem smoother. And visually, it really didn't change shit, so. We're gonna get the maple tree. Yeah, it doesn't seem to really impact anything. It's just weird. Okay. I got seeing it change with various things. It might be this. It might be tracking something with, I don't know. We'll see. Almost morning. That's good. This is dark. Dangerous. How can I get through here? Okay, now where's my corpse? It's got my bags and stuff on it. That's what I need. Where is it? Okay, this is like old school EverQuest in a way. Repeated deaths for corpse run when I wander into an area that's a little too hard for me. Okay, why am I not seeing them now? Like, there's got to be... What am I missing here? Okay. I do prefer this, but where are my corpses? Okay, that was the important one. Okay, so we should be good now. Can't drag out of me corpses. Is there a bank? I don't think that there is. Or meat. We're back. It's getting really cold in here. I don't know why. that should be addressed now. Yeah, I got a few quests ready to turn in. I'm okay. How are you? Nope. And I don't buy art. If you come to my stream to try to promote, I'd advise against it. I get people banned for doing so. So just tread carefully, because your approach appears to potentially be a spammer. What are my top 5 games of all time? Probably, I'd say that Hollow Knight is nearly perfect. Link to the Past is nearly perfect. I greatly enjoyed EverQuest back in the day. Do I think it is the best game of all time? No, but it's one that really kind of sucked me in. That's why I'm checking this out. I liked Star Control too. Like, I'm really showing my age because it's a lot of stuff that is kind of older games. What do you like about them if you're going to say that they're good games? I'm still skeptical. I apologize. There are a lot of folks that come to the stream just to try to sell their art services, etc., or sell streamers. Like, I recognize that I'm not doing super engaging content. I'm not trying to turn it into a career. So when somebody wanders in, yeah, that doesn't really tell me anything about the games, though, because you said they're good games. I'd view the community as very different than the game itself. So what is it that you like about the games that I listed? What do you remember about them? Like, tell me something about Hollow Knight that isn't just going to be in an immediate Google search. Or Star Control 2. Tell me about Star Control 2. Let's make it real fun. See what you know. That's not remotely how it's spelled. But you like it, huh? Cool. What are your favorite games of all time? Isn't Google autocorrect great? Oh, did you mean a Hollow Knight? Mm-hmm. Not really my style of games, but cool. You like them. In concept, I kind of like Rust, but the community's horrific. No, I haven't tried Rivals. Like, I'm not very into superhero stuff. Like, I have some of the Batman games, but other than that, it's not really my kind of game. I tend to lean more towards like games that have a lot of exploration or role-playing elements, things of that sort. A lot of sci-fi stuff, a lot of fantasy stuff. Some horror, but not a lot. I don't mind a decent zombie survival game, like 7 Days to Die is not bad. But that has role-playing elements and base building and stuff. Like, I like that element of Rust. But I probably wouldn't play Rust because, like I said, the community is super toxic, lots of racism and stuff. So I kind of want nothing to do with that. I tried Gothic, but well after it came out, and just the it didn't age well, and it didn't, like, you had to do so many things to get it to even run correctly on a modern computer. If they do remaster it, or if they did remaster it, I might take a look at it at some point. But at this point, I've got probably 50 or 60 games in my Steam library that I haven't even touched. Like, just about every time I get paid, I end up buying like probably 6 or 7 games that are on sale. I have a lot to kind of catch up with for games. There's so many things that can kind of make a game not for me. Like, I tend to be very precise in what I'm looking for in a gaming experience. So, for example, Cyberpunk. Like, I know it got trashed when it first came out. They've done a lot of work on it. And I could probably enjoy it if not for the like super long cutscenes that pull you out of the gameplay. I don't have the time for that. Like, if I wanted to have that kind of experience, I'd watch a movie. That said, I can recognize a game as having merit, being a decent game, even if I don't personally enjoy it. I like kind of strange movies, so stuff by David Lynch, stuff by Terry Gilliam. They're not movies that your average person would typically recognize by name. Mulholland Drive is up there. It's probably my favorite. Nope. Like I said, I'm not very into superhero movies. Like, they're okay. Like, I'll watch them occasionally, but they fall so low on my list of preferences that it's rare that I end up seeing them. like typically if I watch a superhero movie, it'll end up being more Batman and stuff. But like the Marvel movies, I watch them at work. But when I'm at work, I'm not really focusing on them. I'm focusing on my job. And now that I've moved into a director's block, I don't spend as much time with the patients, so. What am I missing from the ingredients that I need for the other bag? I'm gonna go check, and that'll determine what I do for hunting. I do like my job. It's high stress, but I like it. Pays the bills. And then some. Okay, burlap twine. So that's easy. I can buy that. I'm planning on building a new system when the 50 series of graphics cards comes out. I tend to skip a generation. I haven't played Black Desert. I've looked at it. I've heard mixed reviews of it. I like a more old school style MMO that is pretty brutally hard. Because I find that, like, I did play WoW for a while, but I find free to play or free to download, or both. With MMOs, I started with Ultima Online, played that pretty obsessively for a long time, and then got into EverQuest. Then played EverQuest 2 very briefly. I didn't like it, and then played WoW. Yeah, I'll have to download it and check it out. And then it's free to play month to month. I'm assuming with lots of microtransactions, like most MMOs. Free to play for 12 days. Maybe I'll check it out. I don't know. Like I said, I got way too many things downloaded that I haven't even played. I show my Steam list. It's ridiculous. I liked WoW better prior to the release of Cataclysm. I don't like a lot of the changes they've made. They basically made leveling kind of useless, kind of like in Skyrim where everything levels up with you. I prefer like a real feeling of progression where if you go to an area that is well above your level, it I don't know that I would call it pay to win. Like, WoW, most of the purchasable stuff is more cosmetic. A lot of MMOs do have kind of the more pay to win stuff. Like, I think EverQuest has more microtransactions that convey a benefit as opposed to being cosmetic. Like they have potions that'll increase the rate at which you gain experience, things like that. With WoW, it's mostly mounts and stuff. It's not gear. With EverQuest, you can get gear. It's not high-end raid gear, but it certainly gives an advantage. To me, like, there's no point in buying, like, most of that stuff, because what is the purpose of a game? It's to play the game, and if you remove the challenge, there's no game. If you want something that is more passive, watch a movie. Although, it's not my place to dictate how somebody uses a product they purchase. If they want to use it more to socialize, fine. What bothers me is when it impacts things like in-game economy and stuff. That's when I have an issue with it. It's kind of your right end at my nose. Like, you can swing your fist around all you want, just don't hit me. And if you're impacting the ability of other people to enjoy the game, then it's a problem. My enjoyment of a game generally isn't impacted by somebody getting gear to level up. To some extent, I get it. Like, when I was young and when I was first playing EverQuest, you know, I was working part-time. I was in school. So I could play for, 6-7 hours a day if I wanted most days. And then, now that I work full-time, half the time I'm exhausted. I own a house, so I have to do all the work associated with that. I don't have the time. Maybe on a PvP server. I don't do the PvP thing. Like, I used to do it back in Ultima Online a little bit because it was a necessity. But for me, it's more about the challenge of the game. Like, I do play MMOs most of the time solo, or if there are friends that are playing the same game exclusively with people that I'm friends with in real life. And I have no interest in PvP these days. Like, I think it's one of those things that it's really hard to balance a game for a good PvE experience and a good PvP experience. I think WoW does about as good of a job of it as you can. But the scaling of damage and stuff is very different between PvP and PvE. Where your build is gonna be different if you're primarily focused on PvP. Like, you're gonna have things that will break you out of movement, debuffs, more prevalent, like your clickies. It's not always necessarily being the best in the game, even. Kill people for fun. Not necessarily. Like, they might be good at both, but the builds for each tend to be different. Like, you might have gear that you can swap out, but oftentimes it's in your selection of perks and things as well. And while it is easier to swap those now, it is not it's not trivial. Or it might be. I haven't played in a few years. I'll be right back. you thinking Star Citizen? Yeah, it's the most expensive game ever made. It's not done, and there's a lot of speculation that it will never be done. I do have it. I bought the second least expensive package you could get. Like, I don't even know that I would call that pay to win. Like, it is definitely pay to have at least a level of advantage. Like, I do a little bit of amateur game development myself. And you have to fund your project somehow. That is a very well-funded project at this point. Like, it's hundreds and hundreds of millions that they've raked in. There's some potential ethics issues with the way they're doing things. But I don't... Like, it might be pay to win. It really depends how you define pay to win, because it is kind of an incremental thing where something gives a slight advantage. Like, you think of skins you can get for games, right? That in a game like CSGO, for example, you could get a skin that provides a good level of camouflage, and one that is, like, they could have the default ones be really high visibility. While it is cosmetic, it does give an advantage. Or you could just have something that is like a much bigger advantage, like a weapon that just nukes the whole play area. You know, or something that makes it so that you don't take as much damage. So it is a kind of a degrees of advantage thing. And especially in games like MMOs, balance is kind of a big chunk of the struggle for the developers. Especially when you've got multiple classes and you've got all sorts of gear and all sorts of spells. It really multiplies complexity. With a game like Star Citizen, you certainly want to have a good variety of ships that I've never touched Roblox. Is really geared towards a crowd that's much younger than myself. And with Roblox, how much of the pay to win is from the developers and how much is from folks that are making like in-game apps and things? Because I understand that you can do a lot of kind of creation of things for within Roblox. If I wanted to, I could get the ships, but it's like, it's not a priority for me. Like I said, I prefer the gameplay. Like, I will sometimes buy, like, when they are have a pre-release sale on a game. It's not unusual that I'll buy the second tier up if it has perks. They're not usually major, and they're not usually something that gives a substantial advantage. But if they give a slight advantage, I'm not completely opposed to it. Why is my weight so high? Are these bags like super heavy or something? Well, they're full, so there's that. Even very small things can add up to substantial advantage, right? So if you look at this skinning meter, that takes a long time. If you were able to get a skinning knife that you could purchase with real money that cost, the cost doesn't really matter. But if it reduced that by even 0.5%, it would feel minimal, but over time, with the frequency with which I skin in game, it turns into a really big advantage. I tend to be kind of a min-maxer in games where I do pay attention to those things. And for me, that's part of the fun of MMOs is how can I, without breaking the rules, within the systems that are provided, get the most advantage possible. Oh, that was a bad pull because that is a more dangerous enemy. This is not. I don't think these guys are going to help me. I haven't played a Need for Speed game. God, it's got to be 20 years. Oh, those were NPCs. Like, some of them function as guards and will kill things that are attacking you. Those ones, however, did not. Okay, so far. I'm not really getting together with anybody. We're going to get together on the weekend. With it falling midweek, it just kind of sucks for kind of my circle of folks that I'm close to. So I'll be gaming for most of the day. I might get together with somebody later, but not sure yet. That on us. Sometimes. At other times, I can be pretty direct in ways that people might not care for. But it tends to be out of necessity or if they're not kind of respecting clearly established boundaries. I tend to use Unity. And occasionally, I'll play with the Unreal Engine. But I tend to make more systems than complete games. It's more kind of proof of concept type stuff. So I was going to work on a day-night cycle today for, like, I've got an idea for a project that is a complete project. But it's a big project, so I'm probably going to chip away at systems for it. But what I was going to work on today was for a system, because what I'm hoping to make is something that feels like an MMO and has some features that are massively multiplayer. But it's going to be kind of smaller scale multiplayer for the most part, like probably 16 players max in an environment together. It'd be a procedural world. It's basically infinite. It generates a continent like trees and like all of the props for the continent would be populated. But I was looking to generate a day-night cycle, and as a part of that, I want it to be something where players, no matter who they were playing with, the day-night cycle and the date and the time would be synced up. So I was going to write code to have it query a date and time server and run the day-night cycle off of that, where every every hour would be a day. So on the hour, it would be midnight. On the half hour, it would be midday. And it would, like, the day-night cycle would work with that. And the intent would be to have it feel like an early MMO. And like I've got this systems kind of in pseudocode in my head, and I've got some documents I've done that are kind of like design document type stuff. You doing pixel art, or what are you doing for art? Get away from me, guard. He keeps stealing my kills. I would say while pixel art might kind of at a glance seem easier, getting good at it can be tricky. Like, you're almost better off if you're able to draw decently well doing just hand-drawn art style. Because with pixel art, the constraints can be a lot for folks. I'd encourage you to come up with a style document for your art. Like, you definitely want to put constraints around, even if you're not doing pixel art. So you don't want it to look like a bag of Skittles. You want to kind of have kind of color schemes that look good rather than kind of a mishmash, and make sure the style is consistent. So, like, if you look at my screen right now, there's really a limited subset of colors. Like, this gray on the rocks is not that different than the gray in the fog and the greens and browns. You really got those as your themes for colors for this zone. And it really makes it feel like one cohesive area. Then you got pops of other colors. But it is mostly the grays, browns, and greens with subtle variation. Which is something you would do even in pixel art. Almost more sense than art you would put in a palette.